You have a girl and she's going to a club, but you're dating and you guys are together. There's no reason why that girl needs to go to the club without you. At all.
That's our point. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
our point.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole. You're dating a whole. You
Yeah,
know, so
that's our point. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then you gotta
That's just what they've been saying all night.
I don't do that. I don't go to the club and like I'm at home. But if like my boyfriend is going to a club and he's buying girls drinks, that would really annoy me. Like
First
that would
of all, I will
make
cut
me
off
feel
you.
really annoyed.
That's
Like,
disrespectful.
why are you spending money on another girl? And like, what if you're going to the club to do that? Like to try to pick up girls?
I think it's different.
And
What do you mean, Nance?
We could go
Like-
to the strip club
But
together.
like,
Like
look,
you wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't want to go to
I'll
the
be
strip
smacking
club with
some
my
booty
man, though.
too.
I'm telling you right
Why
now, you go to the
not?
strip club with a guy that you're dating and you see him get a lap dance or you're throwing
No.
money at a girl, you are going to be pissed the
Yeah.
fuck off.
Negative. My man gives me
Yeah.
the money and I throw the money on the hoes.
Yeah, I'm not going to the strip club. Let's just not go to no strip club.
Y'all just gotta
Why
be on the same
not?
page. Like,
You shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Like you're going there to have fun and enjoy your time.
I'm
Now,
uncomfortable and insecure. No.
I don't know
I'm
what to tell you.
I'm not too proud to
look,
admit it.
women are the ones that control the dating marketplace and sex. So since women control that, right, with great power comes great responsibility. Since you're the girl, you need to take overt steps, right, to protect yourself from being a thought. Let's just keep it 1,000, man. Like half of the game of being a man, right, is keeping your girl in check and correcting bad behaviors that are not conducive to a good relationship. The problem is that we live in a world now where girls have a lot of hoe behaviors ingrained in them, right? And it's on the guy to get rid of those bad behaviors. Oh, you want to go to the club all the time? You want to do drugs? You want to be with your girlfriends that are all sluts? You want to be on boats? All this other shit? That's cool, but you don't deserve a relationship. And I think if more guys put their foot down and let girls know this is not acceptable behavior of a girl that I'm going to take seriously, more girls that acclimate. The problem is that guys don't have the balls to put their foot down and say, no, this isn't acceptable behavior. And here's the thing. No one's going to force y'all. You do what you want. But I'm not going to give you no fucking commitment if you're going to behave like you're single.
Yeah,
I'm a clown for that.
Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of guys that have balls in Miami.
that's true. But you, for example, he's saying you can get a man by your looks, by how you walk, how you dress, but can you really retain that man after a while? Probably not, because you're doing these things like traveling alone, wink, wink, going clubs alone. It's a turnoff.
Girls don't get it. Like,
Well, guys who have
No.
options, the guys who have options are going to choose their best options. The same way that women with options will
Yep.
choose their best option. But
Yeah.
the way a man ranks his options is going to be different than how a woman ranks their options,
Yeah.
right? And a guy who's going to be prioritizing women who he thinks are actually going to be loyal and more feminine and fall into that feminine role, if all other things being equal.
I think the hardest thing that for women, most women to accept in these scenarios is like, you might be able to get this like really great guy that's really hot and has a lot of money and is very successful and whatever for like a night. You can hook up with them or whatever, and maybe hook up with them a couple times more. But if you want to keep behaving the way that you're behaving and you don't want to listen, you don't want to follow his lead, you don't want to do these things and kind of stay at home or only go out with him, things like that, he's going to realize like you're not going to be an option for him. So you just kind of have to realize like if you want a man at that status and that energy to give you those things and provide for you and have this nice life or, you know, that you want to build with him, then you have to make a sacrifice to keep that. And if you don't want to make that sacrifice, then that's okay. But you have to accept that, you know, you're losing what you want.
what if he's cheating
gotta
on
weigh
you?
the
Are you
odds.
still gonna accept that?
Well, I think now you have to like kind of rewind that, because if I'm dating a higher status man, okay, and he has a lot of money, and I know that I'm taken care of, okay, he loves me very much, he provides me, everything's great, everything's cool, we do things together, but sometimes when he travels, you know what? I don't care. And I think that it's easier. I think it's easier when these scenarios don't work if the man is not high value. If the man is not making a lot of money, and if the man's not making a lot of money and the man is not like providing and taking care of everything, like these scenarios don't work. Because I'll be damned if I'm paying for bills and I'm working and you're out fucking bitches, I will be damned.
So,
okay, but if you're taking care of me,
break all your clothes,
you're
burn
more
them,
accepting if he's
won't go
taking care
nowhere.
of you.
No, of course,
but
you
you
can't-
know that he's
Yeah.
cheating on you. So how does that make you
blind eye.
feel, knowing that another woman is always going to be around and always like, she can't take your place because she's going to be a side bitch, obviously. But
and
like-
that's where the difference lies with men and women, okay? It's because she'll never take my place. I know that I am the loved one. I know that I am his. I know that he loves me and he cares about me because I'm the one he's taking care of.
what if y'all are
He
married?
might sleep with one girl for one night, whatever. Men are men. And I just saw a video of Justin Waller the other day, and what he said perfectly, I feel like explains this. He was like, if I could look at the woman that I love and and be truthful when I say I only want to be with you and sleep with you for the rest of my life. I wish it were true, but it's not, because men don't think like that. I will always, no matter how much I'm in love with my woman, I will look at other women and think, you're hot, I want to fuck you. And that's just how men think. Whether you're at this value or this value, like of status, it doesn't matter. They all think the same. But I think the higher value people have a better chance of doing it, because they're probably going to be a little more open about it, and also like you're going to be secure, like financially, emotionally, like they're going to be taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's if we're struggling financially and you're out spending your money on other bitches, like now I'll be fucking damned.
It's still emotionally damaging to
let me say
like, go
something.
through that.
If there's a guy who's a loser and he's not setting these boundaries and he's cheating on you, that's just a weak dude. But if it's a guy who's built up his life to a certain extent and he lets you know up front, hey, from time to time this may happen, that's a completely different story.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're talking
and knowing
about
it. It's not like they're sneaking around your back or anything like that, you know, and lying to your face. I think if they're lying to your face about it, that becomes an issue. And that's where emotional damage and trust issues come in. And now, because I'm okay with this scenario, you might not be. And that's okay. We're all not going to be okay with that scenario. And we're all not going to be okay with the same things. And that's fine. But a lot of women will accept a higher status man that says, hey, you know what? I love you and I'm going to take care of you. But sometimes I'm going to fuck other bitches. Either accept it or don't. Or, hey, I'm going to have a couple main girls and you guys are going to share me. Accept it or don't.
Okay.
Chris!
Question for you. How does that make you feel?
This conversation?
Yeah.
No, I learn different point of view.
So would you ever submit to that man? Yes or no?
I never submit to a man.
I'll never submit to a man.
Would you ever submit to that man? You said earlier that you wouldn't.
Yes. Yes. You're going to ask me and I'm going to say yes.
Would you submit to that man?
I mean, who's cheating on me?
Well, he's.
Well, it's not cheating if it's
it's
open.
not cheating.
He's taking care of you.
Wait, right.
He's there for you. He loves you. But every now and then, you know, when he travels, he may smash you.
Have I gotten to the point where I agree to, where I consent to being cheated on?
Well, you're looking at it the wrong way because you're going to know about it.
So okay, so
He's
but
not
it's
sneaking around.
infidelity at the end of the day. Whether call it what you want to call it, whether you're being honest about it or not.
It's only if you're like not aware of it. But if you're aware of it,
No, but that's adultery though.
I would rather not be
Like
aware.
you're sleeping with somebody,
too.
you are forming like an intimate sexual like covenant with somebody else.
we're not married.
Huh?
We're not married
That's an
yet.
open relationship.
So I'm submitting to somebody I'm not married to?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, we're not married and you're having sex with other women.
I mean, you're supposed to. You don't submit to your boyfriend before.
I do that under the guise of maybe the delusional belief that he's not having sex with other women.
Yeah, delusional because he probably is.
So
let
do
me
you
live in
go
my
into
delulu.
And he's
the
black.
relationship with the knowledge of this man could possibly cheat on me and vice versa? Like,
Well, yeah, like that. I call that trust. So, but
Would you submit to that man?
to
Be honest.
I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody like that.
if you're in love will make you do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
So here's my thing. Think about
That's
it
a
this way.
dangerous place to be in.
Think about it this way. So you have this man, okay, and he's taking care of you, and you love him, and he loves you, but he says, "Hey, sometimes when I travel, like, and he's rich, whatever, I might fuck another bitch." Would you leave that to go find another man who's just going to cheat on you anyways? Because every man cheats. I'm telling you right now, they all do.
Yes.
They all do. So whether you know it or whether you don't,
Except
your
for
man's
Dave.
fucking another bitch.
Except for Dave.
For sure.
Yeah,
Like
Except for
99%.
90%.
Like 99%.
He's an honest
I'm
man.
in the 1%.
Okay. for
Yeah.
you, would you submit to that man?
I would still submit because if I'm in love with you and I know, like, in all honesty, like, it's just what it is. Like you said, all men cheat, which is possibly true, and women all cheat too. That's true. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
I've
Shut
never
up.
They have the
Okay.
potential to.
I was single.
The
Especially.
potential, but
The
all
potential.
don't though. Because
No,
if
they
you're in
don't,
love-
If
but-
they're in love and they're
Yeah.
taken
Yeah,
care
absolutely.
How
I've been
little
there.
respect do you have to have for yourself to consent to that and allow something like that to happen to you? Allow somebody to tell you to your face that you are literally not worth me sacrificing my own selfish desires.
But can you admit though, ultimately speaking, the guy that's gonna say to you, "Oh yeah, I'll never cheat on you. I'm only gonna be with you."
Mhm.
He's what cheats anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll cross his mind,
Yeah.
right? But
He will.
not everybody who looks
It's
at
a
other
choice.
women, who even like lusts after other women or finds other women desirable, right? Because it's a fallacy to believe that if you're going to be with somebody for 3 months, 3 years, 30 years, it's a fallacy to believe that they're not going to be attracted to other people. Sure.
Correct.
So I can accept that, you know, especially when I'm like in my 40s and my man is in his 50s, that he's gonna look at other women and be like, damn, that's a fine piece of ass. Okay, like all right, like I can accept that because I'm not ignorant. But for somebody to tell me to my face that because this is the subtitles, right? You're not worth me staying faithful to you, even though I love you. For somebody to tell me that to my face, I don't think.
Hold on.